Love. It's the one thing we all chase, dream about, and fight for. But here's the question. What does it really mean to love someone? We've all heard the fairy tales. Love conquers all, right? No obstacle is too big, no distance too far. But what if that's not the whole story? What if love sometimes means walking away? Today, I'm breaking down a perspective on love that might shock you, inspire you, and maybe even make you rethink every relationship you've ever had. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see love in a way you never have before. Let's get started. So, let's start with what most of us believe about love. We grow up thinking that if you love someone, nothing can stop you. No money problems, no mental health struggles, no oceans between you. If you love them, you'll fight tooth and nail to be together. It's what we see in movies, hear in songs, and read in books. The novelist D.H. Lawrence once said, "A man in love will sleep on a park bench for the rest of his life for the woman he loves." Sounds intense, right? It's this idea that true love is unstoppable. If someone says, "I love you, but we can't be together," we call them a liar. Because if they really loved you, they'd move mountains, right? What if that's not always true? What if love isn't just about fighting to stay together, no matter the cost? What if love can mean something totally different, something we've been ignoring all along? This belief comes from something called romanticism. It's this idea that love is bigger than any practical problem. Got kids from another relationship? Doesn't matter. Living on different continents? You'll make it work. Completely different life goals. Love will figure it out. It's a beautiful idea, and I get why we love it. It feels heroic. It makes us feel like our love is powerful enough to conquer anything. What if this all-or-nothing mindset is actually holding us back? Think about it. If you're so focused on love conquers all, you might ignore the real-world stuff that makes a relationship work or not work. Things like clashing values, toxic friend groups, or even just being in totally different stages of life. These aren't small details, they're huge. Ignoring them doesn't make you more loving. It might actually make you less loving. Wait, what? How does that make sense? Stick with me. What if love isn't just about how much you feel for someone, but about how much you care for their well-being? Think about it. If you love someone, don't you want them to be happy, safe, and fulfilled? Now imagine you're in a relationship where staying together means constant fighting, stress, or even misery. Maybe your family doesn't approve, and it's tearing them apart. Maybe you live 5,000 miles away, and the distance is breaking their heart every day. Maybe your life goals are so different that one of you would have to give up everything you've worked for. Is it really love if you're dragging someone through pain just to keep them by your side? Or is that more about your satisfaction than their happiness? This is where a lot of us get stuck. We think love means holding on no matter what. But what if the most loving thing you can do is let them go? Now, I know what you're thinking. Letting go? That sounds like giving up. But hear me out. This is where the real depth of love comes in. There's a quieter, less celebrated philosophy out there, one that says love isn't just about emotions. It's about balancing those emotions with reality. It's about asking yourself, am I making their life better, or am I making it harder? Picture this. You love someone deeply, but being together means they'd lose their family's support, or they'd have to move across the world. and give up their dreams. You could fight to stay together, sure. But what if staying together means they're stuck in a cycle of stress, conflict, or even resentment? Is that love? Or is it selfishness disguised as love? Sometimes, the greatest act of love is walking away. Not because you don't care, but because you care so much that you want them to have a better life, even if it's without you. That's not giving up. That's sacrifice. And it's one of the most powerful, honorable things you can do. Now, let's be real. Some people use, "I love you, but we can't be together," as an excuse. They're not in love, they're just trying to let you down easy. Those people exist, and we've all met them. There are also people who love you so deeply that they let you go because they love you. They're not lying, they're sacrificing. They're quietly stepping back so you can have a better life, even if it breaks their heart. Think about that for a second. How many times have we judged someone for walking away, assuming they didn't care, when maybe, just maybe, they were showing the ultimate form of love? This isn't about romantic gestures or dramatic confessions. It's about putting someone else's happiness above your own desires. That's the kind of love that doesn't make it into the movies, but it's real and it's profound. So, why does this matter? Because understanding this can change how you approach every relationship in your life. If you're in a relationship right now, ask yourself, is this relationship making both of us better, or is it dragging one of us down? If you're holding on to someone because you love them, but it's causing pain, maybe it's time to rethink what love really means. This doesn't just apply to romantic relationships. Think about friendships, family, even your relationship with yourself. Are you holding on to things that aren't serving you or someone else out of fear, guilt, or a need to prove your love? What if letting go could be the most loving thing you do? This perspective comes from a philosophy that's not as flashy as romanticism, but it's grounded in reality. It says love isn't just about passion, it's about responsibility. It's about caring enough to make hard choices, even when they hurt. So, the next time you think about love, don't just ask, "How much do I feel?" Ask, "How much do I care?" Are you willing to fight for someone when it's right, but also brave enough to let them go when it's not? That's where true love lives, not in the fairy tales, but in the quiet, courageous moments of sacrifice. Love isn't just about holding on, it's about knowing when to let go. It's about caring so much that you'd rather see someone thrive without you than suffer with you. That's the truth about love nobody talks about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay real, stay brave, and keep loving deeply.